Hello everyone, welcome to Taksha by MeroSiksha. I am Vivechana Sharma and I am here with the writing assessment. So our writing assessment holds in total of 35 marks, and in this total 35 marks we are supposed to deal with 4 different segments, that is guided writing 1, guided writing 2, free writing 1 and free writing 2. So I am here with the guided writing. So the question might appear in your mind, what is guided writing? So talking about the guided writing, it is all about the question you'll be provided, and along with the question you'll also be provided shortened clues. So being based on the clues provided to you, you are supposed to create a writing. For example, here is the question, and the question says, suppose your school is going to organize Parents' Day. Write a notice for the same using the following clues. So here we are provided clues, and the clues are Parents' Day on July 10, Mayor as a chief guest. So now, being based on these clues, we are supposed to create our writing. So, but before creating a writing, let us find out what are the ideas that are to be included whenever we are writing. What are the things that are supposed to do when we asked to write a notice. So, first of all, let us talk about the heading. The first and foremost thing that you should be very careful about is a heading. So, whenever you are preparing a notice, clearly mention that it is a notice at the top of the document. The document whichever you are writing on, you should be you should be including there that this is a notice. So this is simply to be a word notice, NOTICE in bold or the uppercase. So you should be emphasizing that this document is a notice. So whenever you are writing a notice, whenever you are asked to write a notice in examination, you make sure that you begin it in a new page and you write properly. You present that it is a notice. So now, after talking about the heading, you will move to a title or a subject line. So you are supposed to provide a concise title or subject line that summarizes the content of the notice. So your title or the subject line must be summarizing about what you are writing. So here we are writing a notice regarding a Parents' Day. So then our title or a subject line must be about a Parents' Day. So now after that you should be including a date. So you should be including a date when the notice is being issued, so that it will help us, it will also help us to keep record. So in future we can know when was the notice published and when the program is going to occur. So that is also the major thing that you should be very watchful about. So after that now let us move to the content. So these are the headings, title, dates are the heads. These are the first part that you should be very watchful about. And moving on, let us focus on the content. So now make the purpose very clear. So your content whenever you are writing, the content must include a proper idea. You should be indicating a purpose of a notice. So you should be presenting to a person that what is the notice about in a very proper and the clear way. So state the purpose of notice in the opening line. You should not be delaying in bringing the idea. You should be presenting it in the opening line itself. So after that you will move to the details. So essential details such as date, time and the venue must be included. So you should be very watchful that you do not move away from the clues provided. You can add, but whenever we are adding, you should also include the ideas that are provided on the clues. So now after that, you can also provide instruction, specific instruction on the actions that are required to follow. For example, you might would like to ask the parents to come in a proper dress. You might would like to ask them to follow the theme best and all. So next, talking about the language, you are supposed to use a formal language that is very clear and straightforward language. You are not supposed to put jargons and the slang words and the contracted ideas. You should be, as this is a notice, this is a notice which is being published by our school, it should be very clear, straightforward. So and then next is, whenever we are providing details, it would be better if you provide details in the bullet points. Point 1, point 2 and point 3. Why? The question you might be asking, why we are supposed to write in the bullet points. So writing in the bullet points will help in a better readability. It will let a person who is a reader read the ideas clearly. So then you are also supposed to provide the contact information. In case of this, you can, for the further information, you can contact a particular person, or you can provide a phone number or the email address. So and then you are supposed to close it, presenting the signature and the designation, so the one who will be presenting a notice. So now let us move to the sample. So yeah, so whenever we are preparing a notice, we will be whenever a school prepares a notice or any institution prepares a notice, they will be preparing on their later pad, right? So here, as the school is going to organize, there is a school that is going to organize a Parents' Day. We are writing a notice as an invitation for a Parents' Day celebration, right? So here you will be including the name of a school, that is Sanskriti Southern Secondary School, and also the location. And then, as I mentioned, you will be writing a notice. You will be indicating on the top that this is a notice, very top. This is the head part. And then we will talk about the subject line. What is the notice about? The notice is about Parents' Day celebration, and the date in which we are issuing the notice. We are issuing the notice on 24th May 2024. Now, as we are done with this part, now we will be getting into the main content. So we are supposed to be very straightforward and present the idea very clearly. So now here we will be writing, this is to inform all parents and guardians that our school will be celebrating Parents' Day on July 10. So as you should be very watchful about that regarding the clues as well. On the clues that are provided to us talks about the Parents' Day, which is going to held on 10th July. So yeah, so the special event is an opportunity to honor and appreciate the invaluable support and contributions of our parents. So in this paragraph, we'll be talking about what is going to happen and why. So what is a school going to do? School is going to celebrate a Parents' Day. So the school is organizing a Parents' Day on July 10. And why the school thought of celebrating a Parents' Day? Because they would like to honor and appreciate the effort, the invaluable support that the parents have been providing to their students. So now let us talk about the details of the program. So details, the event is a Parents' Day celebration. Date, when is that event? July 10, 2024. And the time as well, so very specific, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then the venue, we'll talk also about the location. So where are the parents supposed to come? So the parents are supposed to come to the school hall, to be very specific, block D, the hall that is in block D. And then who will be the chief guest? Chief guest would be our mayor. And then we will be ending our notice with some kind words again. So we warmly invite all parents to join us for this memorable event. Your presence will make the celebration even more special. And then we'll be moving on to on providing the further information or the contact information. So for the further information or any information that the parents would like to know, they can please contact the school administration. And then we'll be thanking, and then we'll be writing about, as I mentioned, about the who wrote this, principal, who is the principal. We can also write the name over here, principal, and then the designation, and then the name of the organization in which he or she is working as a principal, and signature over here. And then the notice ends. Thank you.